Welcome to Beaufort County News Headlines. I'm Chloe G. As a part of cleaning up the database of riders and assisting in the transition to new subsidized ferry providers, Low Country Ferry Beaufort County has an important update regarding the introduction of the new qualified discount rider card for Daufuskie Island residents and property owners. All qualified discount riders, formerly Palmetto Breeze pass holders, must acquire a new QDR card from Palmetto Breeze by April 30th, 2024. After April 30th, the newly issued QDR card will be required in order to receive the subsidized discounted rate. Daufuskie Island residents may visit Daufuskie Island Public Ferry Services Program application for photo identification card at BeaufortCountySC.gov or call Palmetto Breeze 843-757-5782, extension 2 to initiate the process of getting a new QDR. Beaufort County looks forward to providing an improved and efficient ferry experience through the QDR card. Additional information on fares, the QDR card, and ferry policies may be found in the Daufuskie Island Public Ferry Services Passenger Guide. A chalk art festival is coming to downtown Beaufort this weekend, and organizers say the two-day event will attract the nation's top street artists and possibly up to 10,000 people. Organized by the Freedman Arts District, Chalk It Up, which is free, will run from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday on the 1500 block of King Street. Artists will create huge chalk artwork on the pavement in a parking lot while talking about their work with the public. The artists will start with a blank slate Saturday morning and work progressively on their hands and knees for 17 hours over 2 days to create their huge pieces, said Linda Svedlin, the festival chair. And a group called Keep Chelsea Rural is putting pressure on the Ridgeland City Council to vote against a 3,000-acre annexation after requests from a development company. The land is near the Jasper-Beaufort County line, the first reading of a hot topic for the small town of Ridgeland, South Carolina, as a proposal to annex 3,000 acres of the Chelsea plantation was on the table. It breaks my heart to hear what is happening in Ridgeland and Jasper. It feels like my world is falling apart. Emotions running high at Thursday night's council meeting as residents fear the town leaders may be biting off more than they can chew. I can't turn left out of my house as it is, and that is the road that all of the schools are on, said Carmen Pinkney with Keep Chelsea Rural. A lot of people agree that winter storms, a growing population, and industrial expansion are putting a strain on South Carolina's power supply. But what are the state's actual future electricity needs, and will new legislation solve these problems? It's complicated, says one University of South Carolina expert. Experts, policymakers, and those on both sides of the newly proposed energy legislation agree that South Carolina is in fact facing an increasing need for electricity amid a rapidly growing population coupled with industry expansion and increased energy consumption by existing residential users. To tackle the need, lawmakers are considering a bill that in part would pave the way for Dominion Energy and Santee Cooper to build a large jointly owned natural gas plant in Cadiz, South Carolina, to come online within the next 10 years. As of today, and even by 2037, the state's need for energy isn't pressing according to plans filed by the Dominion and Santee Cooper, but the utilities plans project fairly significant load growth over the 15-year planning horizon, said Andrew Bateman, acting director for the Office of Regulatory Staff, a state agency that represents the public's interest in utility regulation. A new mural unveiled earlier this month on the University of South Carolina Beaufort campus has a particularly fitting location. Marshscape by Bluffton-based artist Amiri Yuga Ferris adorns the south side of the Marine Science Building and features Ferris's interpretation of wildlife found in and along the region's iconic marshes. The school's Marine Science Building itself sits on the edge of a marsh that lines the Beaufort River. Of his work, Ferris said that public art should be aesthetically pleasing and tell a story. But that's all the time we have, and for more information on any of these stories, please visit any of the websites that can be seen on your screen. Thanks for tuning in, Beaufort County.